Good afternoon and welcome to Sunshine Report. My name is Remy Allen. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa says collaboration between the State Command of the Nigeria Immigration and the state government is key to ridding the state of illegal migrants. Aiyedatiwa, who received in audience the new leadership of the State Command of the service in Akure, promised to provide enabling environment for its operations towards curbing crimes associated with illegal migration. The governor was honored by the command with an award of excellence for promoting impactful governance in the state. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole completes the story.
The new leadership of Ondo State Command of the Nigeria Immigration Service was led to the governor's office in Akure by its new comptroller, Grace Adeoye, to meet minds with Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa on how to further advance the state's development. Adeoye, who commiserated with the governor over the demise of former governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, appreciated Aiyedatiwa for the state's interventions in the command. She highlights the roles of the command in societal development aside the issuance and production of traveling passports.
We are also looking into smuggling of migrants, and we have that department with us. Formerly, it was anti-human trafficking that deals with human child labor and the like. But now it has expanded more than that one. That is why we call it smuggling of migrants. If any such case is brought to us, we know how we handle the case. And I have my officers at the local government areas where they can identify the foreigners in our midst.
The comptroller also listed some of the challenges facing the command, including operational vehicles and absence of functional power generating set. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa welcomed the new comptroller to the Sunshine State and appreciated the service being rendered by the command, especially efforts to curb activities of illegal immigrants.
I don't know the records of how many of such persons we've been able to identify in our local governments and various local governments where we have the largest number of such cases. Sometimes it's good for us to have it as a government so that we can also be very, very alert, because the primary function of any government is the security and welfare of the people. So if we know some of these things, if we have the data from time to time, the office can furnish us with it, it will help us with it, so that the Attorney General office can always look at that, because that is illegal immigrants, illegal migration. Because sometimes when crimes are committed by some of these people, it's very hard to track such people. But if we have records, then we know how to also tackle some of them.
The governor recalled the past efforts of government to make the command more efficient and effective, especially the donation of the land where the new office complex is built. He reassured of his administration's readiness to assist the command to solve some challenges facing it, while restating his passion to make the state more conducive for residents. The event also featured the presentation of awards of excellence to the governor. Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
The All Progressives Congress APC has set up a 9-member committee headed by its Deputy National Chairman, South, Emma Enekwu, to conduct the governorship primary election in Ondo State. According to the National Publicity Secretary, Phyllis Morka, other members of the commission include Festus Funta, Victor Gendam, Professor Abukarim Kana, Suleiman Arugungo, Dr. Mary Dele, Duro Tolu Bankole, Inzeduru, and Morka. The party has amended the schedule of activities and timetable for the 2024 governorship poll in the state. The party primary election would be held on Saturday, 20th April 2024, as against 25th earlier announced by the party. Sale of nomination and expression of interest forms, as well as delegate forms, would commence today, March 27, and end next month. Screening of aspirants would be held between 11th and 12th April, while Delegate Congress has been scheduled to hold on Monday, the 15th. In continuation of the efforts of the Ondo State government towards combating rising cost of food items and promoting all-round agricultural development to ensure food security in the state, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has approved the constitution of Agriculture and Food Security Committee. The committee is to be chaired by Mr. Rotimi Akinshola. Other members are Reverend Gideon Oluleye, Abayomi Munilari, Benga Obaweya, Omolade Fabiyi, and Professor Gabriel Ajobiewe. The rest are Chief Abiodun Adejo, Benga Akingbesote, Secretary, and Mrs. Foluke Tunde Daramola, Co-Secretary. The committee has since swung into action. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa says his administration will not deviate from its commitment at making life more abundant for residents of the state. Aiyedatiwa, who played host to the leadership of Federal University of Technology, Akure FUTA, said no efforts will be spared towards promoting the welfare of all residents of the state while securing their lives and property. The governor thanked the FUTA community for recognizing his commitment to the welfare of Ondo State workforce with the Award of Excellence bestowed on him as a workers-friendly governor. He promised his administration's readiness to assist the institution to overcome some of the challenges facing it, especially security and road infrastructure. Professor Oladije, who described Governor Aiyedatiwa a worthy successor of the late governor, also wished him well. The Vice-Chancellor appealed to the state government to help the institution overcome some of its challenges, including security and road infrastructure.
We want to feel your presence, we want to feel a manifestation of the good works you are doing around the FUTA community. Oftentimes, our students bring up issues that we think the states can assist us with. For example, they talk about security around the campuses, the communities where they stay. We have about 15,000 students residing around FUTA community. So there are many of them around the place, and we wish that you kindly pay attention to the community in terms of security. We also have a burning issue that we are representing to the state government. And we are bringing it up again because we can see that you are an action government. The roads leading to the university, both the south gate and in front of the north gate, they have continued to be like a death trap.
If you want to motivate them, you want them to want to deliver, you pay them on time. And for us in Ondo State, we have been doing that. All the areas that previous administration, were owing the workers have been cleared. And even the cash award that was instituted by the federal government, we ensure that even though we have a link pulse, we ensure that we pay all our workers in Ondo State. FUTA has been an institution that we are proud of, even though it's a federal institution, but because it's domiciled here in Ondo State, because of the contribution we have made to the social economic development of Ondo State. We cannot but thank the institution and the current leadership of the institution for the good work you are doing. Ondo State is one of the safest states in Nigeria because of our security architecture. Maybe FUTA was part of our blind spot. We will look directly into that direction and see what we can do, especially around the community where some of your students are living, apart from those who are on campus. The primary function or mandate of any government is security of lives and property and the total well-being, welfare of the people. And that is primary. And we believe so much in that, and we will continue to give that to our people. Not just indigents, even residents like you. Even though you're supposed to be an indigent. So we need to provide that for everybody, including those who are visitors to the state. As long as they are on our soil, we will continue to extend that protection to everyone. The roads leading to your school, the North and South Gate, well, we asked some of those in charge, the SA infrastructure, to visit the area and have on the spot assessment and see what we can do within our limited resources. We'll try as much as possible to help.
The Ondo State government has begun the 2024 promotion exercise for local government workers in the state. While flagging off the exercise in Akure, the state capital, Chairman Local Government Service Commission, Femi Idris, charged the workers on efficient service delivery. Omoshiliola Adesoye now reports.
In fulfillment of its commitment to ensuring that workers in local government are motivated as and when due, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has approved the promotion of local government workers for this year. Declaring the exercise open, Chairman Local Government Service Commission, Femi Idris, who congratulated the workers, charged them to reciprocate by providing quality service. Represented by Mrs. Ronke Ojo, Commissioner in charge of appointment and posting at the Commission, Mr. Idris enjoined the workers to be of good conduct for the smooth running of the exercise.
Whatever they demand from you, please diligently provide it without any rancor, and if you have any problem, come to the high table here to let us know whatever is the problem. I'm here to declare the promotional exercise of 2024 open.
Also, the head of administration in charge of promotion, Mrs. Juliana Agunana, thanked the governor for approving the promotion of the 7 officers.
Our governor is a worker-friendly, and he has promised us that we will be having our promotion as at when due, and he's also giving us our salary as at when due. We appreciate him, and we pray for God guidance for him in the mighty name of Jesus.
For some of the workers, including the Norgate chairman, Akure South, Olasoju Oluwatuyi, the exercise is an attestation that diligence and commitment to work counts.
Exercise is one of the things that an average civil servant or public servant look onto every 3 years, as the case may be. And we are so grateful to the government of Ondo State under the able leadership of Governor, His Excellency Governor Orimisan Aiyedatiwa.
As our governor make his promise and he fulfill it, to we the workers, that everybody must join his own job at Wednesday.
I thank God the interview goes well, no problem. We thank our management, the Local Government Service Commission, for giving us the opportunity to attend the interview. And then we thank the state government too.
No fewer than 500 staff members from Akure North and South are taking part in the first phase of the 2024 promotion exercise, while others are expected to benefit in due time. Omoshiliola Adesoye, Osrc News.
Blockage of drains and canals has been a major factor causing flooding in most parts of Ondo State, which is made worse by indiscriminate dumping of refuse, inadequate enforcement of environmental laws, and failure to adhere to legal waste procedures. In this report, Joy Pius unravels the visible impacts of various complications to the environment occasioned by individuals and societal neglects as the rainy season builds up. Now, the report.
Akure, the Ondo State capital, has been in the news in recent times over the state of its environment. Mindless and indiscriminate dumping of refuse across various parts of the state, particularly in drains and canals, which causes obstruction to water flow when it rains, leading to flooding, has been a major cause of concerns. These explain some of the reckless actions of individuals on the environment. This landowner along Orita Obele Road had blocked the drain with solid materials in order to give vehicles access to his premises without considering the effect on water passage. This negligible and condemnable act is common practice across the state. Our collective and individual actions are key to ensuring a habitable ecosystem. Treatment of the environment, particularly in the rainy season, determines the amount of sleep residents will enjoy. At Airways, Ilesha Motor Park, Iriakari, Oluwatuyi, Danjuma areas and other parts of the state, residents bemoaned the rate at which the roads are flooded whenever it rains, accompanied by unpalatable experiences.
Tójò bá ti rọ̀ ń sin gbogbo bíi lomi máa ń kún sí gbogbo ẹ̀ á dẹ̀ gbá ìdọ̀tí sórí kápákí gbogbo ìdọ̀tí yẹn lèmi máa ń páàkì.
Tẹ́lẹ̀ ìgbà tó ṣe bíríìjì tí bá dó sí orí bíríìjì bá dó sínú bíríìjì yẹn wọn ò lè rí mi bọ́ báyìí ìyẹ̀pẹ̀ ti kún gbogbo ẹ̀ mọ́ tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ bá lè gbé ẹ̀sìkápẹ́tọ̀ yẹn kọ́ wá bá fi kó kínní kọ́ fi kó ojú odò yẹn láti bí dé express ẹ̀ rí pé gbogbo kan flow náà tómi bá ń bọ̀ bíríìjì ti kún láì kó bí ẹ̀ rí pé omi yẹn ò lè flow bó jẹ́ máa rí lélẹ̀ tó bá lè rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ̀nà ò lè pẹ́ bàjẹ́.
wọ́n á ní mọ́tò máa ń gbé wá kó omi so tó máa ti kó omi yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn gbogbo àdúgbò ló máa fi bọ̀ ó yẹ kó máa ṣe continuously ní bọ̀ ó dà pé wọ́n máa àbájọ yẹn gbà kọ̀ọ̀kan.
Commissioner for Environment, Oyeniyi Oseni, gave assurances that the state government is prepared to tackle flooding in the state and rid the environment of indiscriminate waste disposal.
I think before now the ministry have done some good work in that area, and that's why we have seen a drastic reduction in the area of flooding in the recent past compared to what we see in other states. We are proactive in that area, and with the data we have now, we already identify more areas that are likely to be affected if there's heavy rain today. Particularly the residents of those areas, we are planning to get their attention and orientate them, and also do our part by, if there's a need for us to expand the drainage there, we'll do that. And you guys, but most importantly, we need to let people around those areas have the knowledge of what is likely to happen.
The sanity of the environment should be the responsibility of all and should not be left at the doorstep of government alone. Joy Pius, OSRC News.
The Naira exchanged for as high as 1,900 to the dollar in February. The shock from the free fall of the currency led to the soaring inflation across all sectors of the country's economy. The situation flipped positively as the Naira appreciated against the dollar, hovering between 1,400 and 1,250 on Tuesday. In this report, Tolulope Oyebode probes into the implications of the Naira gain on skyrocketing cost of commodities and services.
In January 2024, the hues and cries were loud in the open market. Prices of goods and services were skyrocketing.
See now, I'm buying a carrot and cucumber. The carrot I used to buy 50 naira is now 200. The onion that I used to buy 200 is now 500. So things are so costly.
To carry 5,000 at market, only fish, we have not finished. Before they use 1,000 and they cook soup. My husband would like am. Now 5,000 naira, you go be say I throw am for inside market. If I don't have what I go do, I do am o.
This soaring inflation was largely hinged on foreign exchange rates. For months now, the value of the naira had taken a hit, exchanging at an all-time low of 1,900 naira to a dollar in February. These economic watchers ascribed to the CBN liberalization of exchange rates following the aggressive monetary policy tightening adopted by the current leadership of the CBN. The currency has gradually appreciated, hovering between 1,405 naira and 1,250 naira.
Kò bá Ìláwì torí nǹkan tó ṣe lábàáyí kò sáwọn tó ṣiṣẹ́ oko mọ́.
Crate of egg before 1,800, 1,005. Presently now is now 4,000 naira. So it's too high for everybody. We heard that the dollar has dropped already, but still everything is increasing every day by day.
Àwọn orí kankan tó lọlẹ̀ tó máa ra ráìsì lé ní 80,000 tó bá dọ̀là wọ́n lè sọ pé 85 90,000 ni. Ẹ wọ pálí ẹja ìbáyìí ẹlòmíì bẹ ẹyọ kan tó ń tà lójoojúmọ́ kò lè ta odidi ọjọ́ mẹ́ta wọ́n máa ta pálí kan, at least wọ́n ti ta pálí ẹja ní 90,000.
The situation in the open market remains the same, notwithstanding Naira's appreciable gain against the US dollars.
When you have appreciated Naira, the effect of that will also be a number of weeks, especially when the prices of these things are supposed to be coming down, just like I observed earlier. Find out that before the man who is going to import the thing, before he places his order, before the goods come, before they are cleared and they enter into the market, you know it's a number of weeks also. So appreciation of the Naira today does not automatically translate to cheaper purchases, because it will take a process of time before those cheaper goods, in quotes, come into the shores of Nigeria and enter into the market.
When something is 20 naira and it falls down to 17 naira, do you say it is significant? So, but I know if government can, there are some other areas that government can help to pushing the effects of this high cost of food by giving people palliatives, which government has been doing, by even helping farmers with loans and other tools, farming tools and equipment that they can use to farm.
Though Nigerians may have to wait a little longer before the impact of Naira strength can be felt on prices of commodities, there are fears that other variables may hinder price stability, particularly sharp practices in the Nigerian market.
How should dollar affect man that sell garri in the market? What concerns her with dollar? Sure. Why shouldn't have problem when the diesel that was sold 2 years ago for 280 naira, 280 naira per liter, is now selling for 1,750. How do you want the garri to be the same price? And how do you want it to come down? The cost of production must first of all what? Come down. And this, the only way it can come down is to let the government also take pragmatic step to make sure that for the cost of all these things, make the road to the farm, make people to stay there, make it safe for people to stay.
Yes, you might have a few that do sharp practices, but I'm saying that the cost of things generally is high and it's affecting every player in the value chain. Whilst the farmer is not getting what is commensurate because he can't afford to sell at that high price, the person who is aggregating, so to say, dictates the price to the average farmer. But we on our part, we definitely tell our people, we say we encourage them that greed in the long run does not pay. Apart from the fact that you have fewer cycles of turnover, there's a way that you get rewarded. For those who believe in God, that whatever you sow, you definitely would reap.
You know, before we used to have a price control monitoring body. The government can do this by going to ensure that prices of goods are not, or services are not inflated
government can do this, and the government has been doing this. I think I heard over the news that the committee unit has been put in place to make sure that these prices of goods are being monitored, so that the market now will not say because it's buying fuel at a high cost and go and inflate maybe a commodity that's supposed to be sold for 5 naira and go and sell it for 10 naira. So we can only appeal to their minds. So we are trying to appeal to the minds of our people that let us beat down these prices.
Regardless of the naira regaining strength, the aggregate of opinions from stakeholders in the production value chain is that efforts must be placed on cutting down the cost of production if the prices of goods and services must crash. They also opined that Nigerians must embrace made-in-Nigeria goods for the naira to gain more strength, thus pushing down prices of goods. Tolulope Oyebode, Osrc News.
Moving to sports. Sportsmen and women across all sports establishments in Ondo State have pledged their support and solidarity to the governor of the state, Lucky Ayedatiwa, following his numerous interventions in this sector. The people who rallied support for the governor through an event tagged 1,000 Sportsmen and Women Solidarity Work for Ayedatiwa said his strides at promoting the sector are the reasons behind their action. Led by former Commissioner for Youth and Sports Development in the state, Dele Ologunloluwa, the people applauded the governor for ensuring that Sunshine Stars Football Club remains in the elite league in Nigeria. Our correspondent Wahab Bankole has details of the event.
As early as 6:30 in the morning, sportsmen and women from across the 30 sports in the state, including football, athletics, handball, special sports, weightlifting, abula, techball, swimming, and hockey, among others, started the solidarity rally at the First Bank Roundabout Alagbaka in Akure to appreciate the support being received by the sports sector from the present government in Ondo State under the leadership of Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa. The event, tagged 1,000 Men and Women Solidarity Work for Ayedatiwa, was used to rally support for the governor while appreciating his numerous contributions to sports development in the state, especially his efforts at ensuring that the state football club Sunshine Stars remain in the elite league in Nigeria. The rally, which had former and present members of the State Executive Council, as well as coaches and administrators, began at Alagbaka and terminated at the State Sports Complex in Akure. Some of the participants who spoke on the reasons behind the idea expressed their support for the present administration.
To give him this full support, to tell the whole world that because of the antecedent, because of the contribution of this man to sport development.
He's a man who has been tried, who has been tested, and who is totally trusted with the future of Ondo State.
He took Sunshine from relegation zone, he brought us out of relegation zone to a comfortable zone. I got there, I moved it up. We came fourth in the league after a very long time. Number two, anytime we have sports festival, this man will be physically present.
Torí pé ó ti wà ńbẹ̀, ó dẹ̀ ti ṣe fún wa rí, àti rí nǹkan tó lè ṣe. Òun la ṣe support ẹ̀ pé òun náà ló lè ṣe. Òun ni chairman wa nígbà tá fẹ́ já sí relegation nígbà yẹn, and he was able to pull us out of it. So yẹn la fi mọ̀ pé tá bá fún láyè sí o, ó máa ṣe sí fún wa.
What we are saying is that people should give him their support.
The solidarity work was a clear signal of the immense support of sportsmen and women for the present administration in Ondo State. Wahab Bankole. Osrc News.
And with our report, we've come to the end of Sunshine Reports. Many thanks for watching. Good afternoon.